Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Superman and Lois, and this is going to be my review for episode 12 for this season, otherwise entitled Through the Valley of Death. And I think they literally went through the Valley of Death in this episode, so yeah. But of course, spoiler alert, if you have not watched the episode yet, hopefully you have, because this video is coming out a day later than normally would, and sorry about that, just had things stack up and didn't have time to do this. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, go away. If you have, stick around, because we're going to talk about everything. But of course, if you have watched the episode, be sure to let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions about the episode. What did you love? What did you hate? General theories, thoughts, predictions, everything like that. I'm always curious to hear what you guys have to say and just what you thought of the episode. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, you enjoyed the episode and everything like that, want to drop a like on the video to show support. So last episode was a while ago. We had a bit of a break from Superman and Lois, but it finally came back. But if you need to, well, I'll just recap it so I know in my brain what went on. So we had more of the Morgan Edge origins, learnt more about him, and we also saw Superman hand himself over to Morgan Edge in order to keep Lois and the boys safe. And he appears at the episode to be turned. They begin that process and his eyes are glowing red, and we're like, oh, what's going on here? Is Earth Prime becoming like, John Henry Irons' former Earth? Holy crap. And we pick up, with we pick up with us wondering what the hell's going on. That's the best way to put it. But yeah, we open up in Metropolis with John Henry Irons, where he is looking for someone, and we find out he is actually looking for the Earth Prime version of his younger sister. Not sure if that's going to continue on in episodes to come. I guess that depends on how his journey ends at the end of the season as to what he does. However, this expedition, if you want to call it, is interrupted when Lois rings him, and it's the phone call that we saw take place at the end of last episode where she tells him what is going on with Superman. So we're picking up literally right where we left off last episode, but just from like a different perspective. Now we do have Superman continuing to be, put under this process to fall in line with what Morgan Edge wants, which is to turn him into Zod, or to put Zod's consciousness into his body, like we saw, with other characters in Smallville, like with Lara, or Kal-El's mother being put into Lana. However, Superman is resisting as much as he can. He pretty much pushes it to the limits. He does very well in this episode in regards to resisting, because I think many other people would just fall in line, if you want to call it. Now, one interesting storyline in this episode, which I wasn't really expecting, this to be a part of the fallout, but I think it actually works really well, is Kyle wanting to get back into work, head back down to the fire station, just get back to normality, if you want to call it. But one of his colleagues lets him know that most of the team down the station is a bit questionable and weary on his return, due to him being like a main voucher and supporter for Morgan Edge, and sort of like, converting people's opinions to sort of support him and bring him into the town. And of course, Morgan was, I was going to say a bit of an ass, but a major ass to Smallville in multiple ways. I mean, possessing people, yeah, a bit of an asshole move, isn't it? So Cole is now having that, hate, disdain, just anger directed towards him for being such a supporter, because Morgan Edge is, well, he's got up and left town, hasn't he? He's nowhere in sight. Now, John Henry Irons has arrived back in Smallville, and presents his offer for, just how to deal with the situation that's going on. And this pretty much comes to put down the Superman. Just put him down like a animal with a sore leg or something. Because in his eyes, it's just like the easiest way to avoid Earth Prime becoming another Earth like his former Earth. Like, why gamble with it? Why? Of course, Lois is going to be completely against this, so I think the two need to find some middle ground. Now, John suggests to General Lane that they use a similar method of attack that he used on evil Superman before getting stuck on Earth Prime, which was like the solar weapon sort of thing. Now, the thing that's still a question mark is, because I don't think they did, at least. I might have missed it. If I did, please correct me, because I actually am very curious how he got to the Earth. Is it Crisis related? Are we still confused on that? Like, because they said it was revolved around Crisis before the show started. I don't know. Because would that weapon have caused a wormhole to open where he could have gone through and ended up on Earth Prime? I'm sort of a bit confused on that, so I have to wait and see if they fully explain that. If they did, please let me know, because I am still a bit lost on that. But yeah, they just want to use that similar method of attack. However, they need some sort of resources to move ahead with that. Now, Jordan is trying to use his superheroing to locate his dad like he did last time, which was the episode, of course, where Superman versed John Henry Irons when they were still at each other's necks, and used the superheroing to save him. but he's struggling to get through, and he's sort of feeling like useless after not being able to do anything when Morgan took his dad away, even though he tried. I mean, he's just a kid that just started to learn his powers. I mean, if he went up against Morgan, it would have been a bit unbelievable, to be completely honest. But by the way, I need to mention this. Australians have different accents to New Zealanders. We say fish, they say fush. We say chips, they say chops. Okay, so we're a bit different. We're different. It's a bit offensive there, Jordan. Don't do that next time. Thank you very much. However, luckily for Jordan, Superman is able to get out of like Morgan or Talro's little fortress, or his version of the fortress, to allow Jordan to get through to him, and for him also to get through to Jordan. But Morgan does put up the risk, like, hey, if you come searching for me, there's going to be some trouble. Double trouble, so don't even try it. Now, one of the big draw cards for this episode was that this is the episode where Diggle shows up. So we've had Diggle on both, well, we had David Ramsey, who plays Diggle, show up on Batwoman and The Flash so far as John Diggle, and also as a different character on Legends of Tomorrow. So this is his 4th appearance. There's one more after this, which is Supergirl, but he arrives in Smallville this episode. He arrives on Superman and Lois, and he's actually bringing some Argus tech in that will help what General Lane and John Henry Irons are working towards, which of course doesn't make Lois or Diggle that happy once he also knows what is going on, and what that tech is going towards. Now, Lois, after talking to Lana and specifically Kyle, knows that it is possible to snap out of the eradication, so that should be the first plan rather than just straight up murder. Like, why not try and snap him out of it? Now, I did like Diggle's reaction to John Irons being from another Earth, because we know that can be a flip of the coin in regards to someone's morals and intentions and whether they line up with what's going on this Earth. And it was also nice to hear him bring up like Oliver and his adventures during Crisis, and just his adventures from the past and stuff like that. However, I think a lot of you might fall in line with this, because it was a bit confusing. It was hard to tell whether this episode comes before or after the Flash episode. There was no sign of the headaches we had in the Flash, or even hinting at them like in Batwoman. Is this chronologically the first appearance, or we don't know? Like, it's a bit hard to tell specifically what's going on here, because there was no real hints at what had been hinted, mainly at the Flash only the week before, but even Batwoman previously. So it was a bit odd. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's actually in chronological order, or do you think they're not sure? Like, I don't know. It just felt a bit odd, this appearance. I liked the appearance. It worked. It made sense. But just in regards and in relation to the other episodes where he's appeared, I just didn't know where it fell in line, if that makes sense. But anyway, Lois, in order to sort of get through to John Henry Irons and try and make him reconsider what he's aiming to do, which is, of course, murder Superman, she does reveal to John that Superman is her husband. Clark Kent is Superman. However, this doesn't really have any impact with John. He knows there isn't any room to risk with this whole situation. Well, it doesn't have any impact on him at the time. It eventually gets through, but at the time, it's just like this. No, we can't gamble on this. We can't. We one wrong move and we're gone. So we can't risk this. I think you can understand both sides at the same time, because John's gone through it. He's gone through that entire process. He's lost people due to it. I don't think he wants to lose any more people who would consider friends or colleagues, or just people he knows and doesn't want to see die. Now, continuing on with that Kyle thing, the Cushings are going through it by almost like being felt like intruders and unwanted, and just like as if people want them exiled from Smallville. And you'd think it would just push them down and cause them some more big family drama within them. But they're able to push through it with some family spirit, and I actually really liked that portion of the episode, because this episode was pretty like dour and dark and very emotional, and just to see that bit of light and someone come through that darkness, I thought was good. So everyone was going through the valley of death, if you want to call it, like the episode suggests, but the Cushings found some life within that, if you want to call it. Now, of course, throughout the episode, they're trying to find Superman's location. Like, is he in the Amazon jungle or the Amazon rainforest, or is he in the Sahara? Where is he? Well, they find his location, with John Irons getting there in his still suit, only to be a little bit too late. Superman has been turned, at least turned to the point where he's going to be fighting Still. So we get Superman versus Still in a fight, which I thought was pretty decent. And John gets the upper hand, is actually about to launch the weapon at Superman that he did on his Earth, which would have caused some damage, but decides to go through the verbal method and try to get through to Superman through Lois pleading pretty much, before he makes that drastic call and decides to kill him. Now, Superman is able to snap out of evil mode, or Zod mode if you want to call it, which then leads Superman and Steel to chase Morgan Edge or Tal-Rho into space where he destroys the Eradicator. However, he is knocked out by Superman and taken away into a heavily guarded prison. But as of course, as we saw when the episode ends, those flickering eyes and just his smug face, on Morgan, it does suggest that this isn't over at all, and if anything, this is all a part of the plan. So I'm very curious to see what happens next. We still got 3 episodes left of the season, and it feels like next week could be the finale if they wanted to do it. But we've got 3 episodes left. It's going to be crazy to see how it ends, because I feel like the past 3 episodes have felt like they each could be a finale or a second last episode. So I know what's going to happen. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it, show support. Let me know in the comment section down below. What did you think of this episode? Do you have any theories going forward? I know that episode 14 for the season is called The Eradicator, and I do wonder whatever Morgan did up in space maybe embedded himself with the weapon. I don't know. I'm wondering what's going to happen there. But if you have any theories, let me know. And also, what do you think is going on with Diggle? Where do you think this episode lies in those other appearances? I'm always curious. But yeah, just let me know your general thoughts down there. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.